Okay, so this is going to be our last recording on Jamestown, and our goal is going to be to figure out how to write a paragraph. Because there's a specific format that you want to use for history, because history is all about using evidence to create arguments. And if you're not using those evidence, you're not writing anything. So we're going to use that PICT formula. Your point, where you introduce your argument. Your introduction, where you actually explain why it's important. C, cite your arguments, cite your sources, and then T, tie it all together. So in this case, I'm going to write a paragraph with the main idea: Jamestown had no water. Now please note, I'm showing you this paragraph. If you write it word for word, you're not going to get credit for it, right? So you got to use your own words. So my point: the settlers at Jamestown died due to a lack of water. Okay, so I start by introducing my argument. Then I say Jamestown was in a bad location which caused water shortages. That's going to be the main point of my argument. Jamestown had small pools of water that were filled with salt when the tide rose. And if we remember, that came from document A that talked about the brackish water. So, see how I cited it here? You put the bracket and then document A, like so. This is how you always want to cite your sources. If you use any other format, you won't be able to receive credit for it. Okay, this is one of the things that helps a reader find your argument and shows me that you're actually using the documents. So make sure you put this exact format at the end when you use a source. Salt water is deadly for people, and this would have caused several deaths, so I explain it. Next, I need to introduce my second piece of evidence. In addition to this, Jamestown faced severe water droughts. There was a massive water shortage when they arrived. And if we remember, according to document B, we see that Jamestown drought going on in 1610. So I might specify that a little bit. Massive shortage when they arrived in 1610. And then I just need to tie it all together. These water shortages contributed to the large amounts of death in the colony. Jamestown was not properly prepared for the water shortages. And that's just how I would write a paragraph. Okay, so again, you start with a point, introduce your argument, cite your sources here, and then tie it all together. So if you follow this checklist, you've already got 4 of your 5 sentences written, and then when you introduce the second piece of evidence, that's 5 sentences right there. So this should take you almost none of the time to write. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, good luck.